Let's go. Training camp with the Patriots. The Eagles players making moves on that roster depth chart. Let's talk about all that with the GOAT. LB in the building. Let's go.
Going on, everybody, man, and welcome to the very first episode of The Truth, where not all Eagle fans agree on everything, and this is definitely the spot where this shit about to go down.
Oh yes, able. Oh yes, I'm stable. Oh yes, no label. Oh yes, you know me. I have only the best. I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going.
This is why we started this, because of you.
Everybody listen up,
I'm trying to listen to your fantasy that you living in right now. Always talking about guaranteeing no until proven otherwise. BS.
I'll be number one, working hella hard until I get just what I want. Yeah, rises like the sun. Yeah, fatal like a gun.
You know what I mean?
I was pretty close last year. We could have easily won those 3 games.
I gotta get through it, and the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing.
Right? Did not beat ourselves those 3 games?
Look, we lost.
Never listen to the no's. I just wanna keep moving.
Yeah,
I put it all to start. It's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed. Feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yes, able, oh yes, I'm stable, oh yes, no label, oh yes,
Yo. Let's go. God, I'm fired up.
What up?
LB in the building. What up?
What's up, man? What's up? We got a lot to cover, don't we?
We got a lot to cover, my guy. Thank you again for coming on, man. We are the
Truth, no problem.
34, JC, Sports Talk and BIRDGANG 31. We about to drop some football, Eagles content with the GOAT in the building, LB. I'm feeling good about it. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, man, for taking the time out of your busy day to come here, man. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Like you heard, man, not all Eagle fans agree. And I don't agree with a couple of things you've been saying about the defense, all that stuff, but we got to get in.
Let me know.
Let's start out with the best player on the team. Jalen Hurts, baby. Jalen Hurts going against the Patriots defense, dropping dimes all over the field, my guy. Dropping dimes, man. Everybody was all scared. Everybody, he's throwing picks. He's throwing picks in this little shirts and t-shirt competition. He's throwing picks. Now the pads are on. Now it's time to play ball. Jalen Hurts is showing you why he's about to be that MVP. How you feeling about Jalen Hurts?
I like what I'm saying from Jalen Hurts, man. You know, my biggest concern was, is Jalen Hurts going to be able to grasp this Kellen Moore system? And everything that I'm seeing from training camp is leading me to believe that the offense is ahead of schedule. You know what I mean? You talking about a guy who ain't even throw an interception. You know what I mean? A guy who has not even thrown an interception in training camp. So now I go into training camp thinking like, well, maybe the defense is just bad. Then I see him do the same thing to another defense that he didn't see all year today in the Patriots. So I'm like, I just think he got the juice right now. You know, I think Jalen Hurts is taking another step. You know what I mean? And that next step should have him back in the conversations he was in during our Super Bowl run. You know what I mean? This next step should have him playing like a top 3 quarterback in the league this year. So I feel real good about our quarterback in Jalen Hurts. We locked him up early. He paid. He making all the right reads on the football field. Nobody's saying that the quarterback can't get him the ball. You know what I mean? Everything is there. The deep ball, the short ball, it's mistake-free football so far during camp. I got no complaints. You know what I mean? His peers feel the same way. You know what I mean? Top 15, player in the National Football League, the highest rated quarterback in the NFC. I mean, what more do I gotta say? I really could just sit back. I could just sit back and put on a hat. I ain't got nothing to talk about no more. I talked enough. Now everybody else recognizing it.
Healthy, Mr. Olympics, NFL ambassador, my guy.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. It's just too much going on in the realm of positivity when you're talking about Jalen Hurts. He's looking faster. You know what I mean? He's looking like he done leaned up. You know what I mean? He's looking durable. He's looking ready for the season, and he's just being a leader. You know what I mean? He's just being a leader.
Hey, look, I feel like that Jalen Hurts was playing possum with y'all, man. Yo, this dude came out with like 95% of the playbook is new. Yo, this dude looked like a 4-year veteran, starting veteran in the same offense. Yo, he's cooking up our own defense. Like, I don't know if it's just our defense is that bad or whatever it is, but like LB said today against the Patriots, you know, I don't know how much stocks we're gonna put into it. Like, I don't even know who's on that defense over there besides what is Jason
Gonzalez.
Like who? With Judon? I think Judon.
I don't even know if he's playing. I don't even know if he was out there today. He might be holding out.
He was covering Saquon on that real wild.
Yeah, that's right. But regardless, though, it's a positive that he's been on target. Like, I mean, this dude looking sharp, like he's looking focused. He's getting spicy at reporters from bringing up some old shit. You know what I mean? I like the Hurts that I'm seeing. This is the type of leader I guess the people outside of Philly or the fake Philly fans was looking for, the vocal Hurts. But we don't need that. We just need him to go on the field and perform. Like, I mean, I see him all hyped up at games and coming out the tunnel. I don't care about that, in the locker room stuff, behind the camera stuff. Every time I see him on the field, run out the tunnel, he's hyped up. So, but right now we are seeing a different Jalen Hurts. All right. Yeah. Everybody talking about, hey, he got paid and he's not a leader from last year. Everybody got paid on the Eagles. So everybody on the offense is going out and balling out and playing stress-free football. Yes, I know the pressure is on us. A talented team, a stacked team on the offensive side, but we're not looking like that on the offensive side. We're looking like, this is your backyard football with Barkley, with AJ, with Smitty, with Goddard, and Hurts is the sole focus. He's the guy. He's our quarterback. He's the leader. So I'm happy what I'm hearing and seeing from Jalen Hurts. The interception thing was a fluke last year. We all saw the play calling and how the interceptions happened, like 3-1 game against the Jets. When Lane Johnson was out on the right side. So like that whole thing last year to me was a fluke with some bad play callings, some bad offensive coaches on that side. But now, we about to see the real Jalen Hurts. He's even going to be better than 2022, his, MVP season, before he got hurt.
I agree.
Yeah, man, Jalen's on a special trajectory right now. And I think that last year humbled him a little bit. Maybe it was a little locker room talk about him feeling himself and getting a fat contract. Maybe it is. When you get that kind of money, things change. When you don't got that much money, you can go hang out with the boys all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go, hang out with the players at the bar, have a couple of drinks or whatnot. When you get that kind of money, you got sponsorship deals. You got everything coming at you at 100 miles per hour. And you got to learn how to manage that and also be the leader of your football team. And I think, Jalen Hurts probably has some spots. I'm a huge Jalen Hurts fan. But I do feel like, A, he wasn't healthy last year. And B, some of that pressure probably did get to him, especially when it got time where they start losing. And he can help the team get bounced back too. I put that on Jalen. I put that on Nick. I put them on all those guys on that football team. And Jalen's part of that too as well. So I think Jalen's calm now. We added Saquon that's going to bring this team to a whole nother level. We definitely talk about that. And, this offensive line looks good without Kelsey even being gone. And the weapons on the outside, come on, we got the best duo in football. Plus Dallas Goedert's looking great out there. So Jalen's going to be fine. I think he's going to have a monster year. We're definitely going to get into predictions a little bit later, but I think he's going to have a monster year, and this is going to be the year that, he wins that MVP, he wins that championship, and he might get the trifecta and win that MVP for the Super Bowl too as well. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. Let's talk about some camp battles now, guys. We had Tyler Steen starting. The first depth chart came out, says Tyler Steen started. But since he's gotten hurt, Mekhi Becton has took over that position. Former first-round pick, high pick. I think when he first got to the team, I was starting to think, hey, maybe he could. As soon as they talked about the first day they talked about them going to guard, I was like, he can be a starter at guard. Brandon Brooks, one of those type of guys. Big guy, yeah, you know, it sucks for Jalen Hurts a little bit for being a shorter quarterback, but at the end of the day, it protects him a lot longer where he can make those decisions a lot. I have a little bit more time to make those decisions. So, you know, I thought he had the opportunity to take over the starting spot at right guard. And right now it's looking like he's going to take that right guard spot. So how do you guys feel about that, you know, battle? Do you think Steen even have a chance of even like coming back and taking it from back?
I think the worst thing for Tyler Steen to do was to get injured, because the potential of Mekhi Becton is just it's crazy. You know, he got the size, he got the frame, you know what I mean? The only thing that kind of holds Mekhi Becton back to me is that he don't have that real speed in terms of getting to the second level. You know what I mean? When Cam Jurgens was in that spot, when Kelsey was there, if you run a screen to that side, you got two guys who could get to the second level real fast and create space, even though we didn't run screens last year. But Mekhi Becton is damn near an immovable object at that position, and he's durable. So, you know, I think it's going to come down to a situation to where Steen going to have to get in where he fit in, because at the live practice on Thursday, Mekhi Becton was looking real good. You know what I mean? And I imagine that was the case today. You know, Jalen Hurts, I didn't see any reports of him really getting sacked or Mekhi Becton getting beat. You don't really hear nothing negative about Mekhi Becton. So I think that, you know, at this point, it's looking like Mekhi Becton's job to lose. But, you know, having Steen in that position is just a good problem for us because he has starter quality, you know what I mean? But he's the one that just can't stay healthy. So I'm fine with Steen or Becton there, but you know, Becton seems like he's the front runner for that position, and I'm cool with it. You know, he's big. You know, those guys was moving furniture, you know what I mean, in terms of, you know, creating run fits for the running backs. So Saquon Barkley running behind a right side of a line with Mekhi Becton and Lane Johnson is ridiculous. Then you go over to the left side of the line, you got Landon Dickerson, and you got Jordan Mailata. You know what I mean? It's just a great offensive line at this point. So I'm cool with it, man. I really like Mekhi Becton's ceiling, high draft pick. Came out of college. A lot of people, you know, was high on him. I don't know if it was injuries. I can't remember what happened to him past that point. But right now, he's looking like a guy that's ready to redeem himself and go make some money.
Yeah, I agree, man. Hey, I like the move. At first, I thought it was Steen's job to lose. I guess he lost it, you know what I mean, because of the injury issues. But I did see a second depth chart that came out that had Steen at right guard. So I don't know, how true that is, but whatever. But I don't know. Maybe it's for this upcoming game on Thursday. But I did see him at right guard. Like, I don't know if they're gonna just put it on the game until the regular season starts. But right now, look, I weather MB at the right guard position. You know what I mean? Because that's a massive offensive line. I don't know any other team like that would have Mariota, Dickerson. Like, Jurgens is the smallest guy, and he's bigger than Kelsey. Like, it was. And then you have MB on that right side, and then I'm Lane Johnson. So, look, it's a win-win for us. Like, you know what I mean? Just trying to figure out which one is going to start. Either one that start, look, I'm okay with it. But I believe in continuity, though. So whoever they're going to figure out who's going to start from week one need to play this upcoming preseason game, because we already know the third preseason game ain't nobody going to play. So at least put your starting offensive line on the field for a couple series. And if MB is there, hey, that's a big indication that he's going to be the right guard when week one comes. So I like it. I mean, it's a great situation to have. I mean,
right, because at the end of the day, both guys are going to make the roster.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. Both guys are going to make the roster, so it's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
yeah. But I think, like, in terms of, like, it seemed like this guy Steen is like he's playing kind of some average football. He was, great at Alabama, big school, big name, got him here. We expected him to be that guy. It seems like, maybe he's better off a tackle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could be a replacement for Lane Johnson. He hasn't caught up to the curve yet, and he's been here, this is second year now?
Yeah. But what guy are you talking about? Who? But who thought that he was going to come to Philly and be that guy? What guy? Like, we had
there's really no guy to be. You gotta think about it. He's not going to take over right tackle. He's a Hall of Famer there. He's not going to take over left tackle. Mailata just got paid there. Landon Dickerson's spot is solidified. You know what I mean? Cam Jurgens had to play right guard because Kelsey was here. You got to get in where you fit in on this offensive line. And we got the coach that could teach you how to play almost any position. So you got to get him where you fit in. The only spot where any shuffling can be made realistically is at right guard. So, you know, he was never going to come here and play right tackle until Lane retired.
Exactly.
But that's what I meant. Like
it's good to have him be there too, because he could play right tackle, and we know that Lane Johnson, man. Look, I love the guy, but at least every year he missed 1 or 2 games, right? He's growing. So I mean, at least now we could have, you know, Beckham out there, just push him to the right, you know, tackle position and put Steen in. But once again, it's a good problem to have, because Steen also played right tackle with Lane Johnson when out against the Cowboys. So, you know what I mean? So it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is. And almost everybody on our offensive line can play more than one position.
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? You know, so you could shuffle around guys and do things as needed. I think Dickerson could play center.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You could do a lot of stuff with the offensive line. So, yeah, we good.
And then Keegan's playing some good football right now here. You know, he's getting better and better. Keegan, Keegan, he just won the national championship. He was on the national championship caliber team. You know, he drafted late, which I think we got lucky that he was there so late to even pick him up. You know, to be honest, I don't know what other not too many national championship teams that they're, you know, starting, you know, guards sitting there in the 6th round. That's when we got him in the 6th.
Yeah, because
I think was he the last guy we picked?
I think there was one more guy. No, we picked up that center after him.
Yeah.
Remember the center that we ain't heard nothing about him, which Kelsey's supposed to be another guy. That's supposed to be a Kelsey clone type guy. We ain't heard nothing about him. McMahon or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's fine though. Look, the problem is this: we don't need to hear about nobody else. Like, as long as our solid up front, and then the depth position is going to be okay, but they're not going to be like, oh my God, this guy is flashing that camp when he's going against the second team all the time, right? So the reason why we hear about the back end and stuff like that, because of Steen is out, so now he's installed. But you don't really hear a lot about the second team offensive line, that much, or the second team defensive line that much. You really hear about because right now Vic Fangio and whoever the new offense coordinator is all about putting these guys together for continuity purposes and playing them as much as they can unless an injury happen, So, I don't even know who's our backup left tackle, left guard, because it doesn't really matter to me because I'm so focused on these guys being healthy, the starters. If they are healthy, there's nobody getting through that line, especially with MB, putting at the right guard position. That's crazy. That's a massive offensive line. Hurts going to have all the time to throw. My only concern is hopefully he won't hit the back of the helmets because we have a big offensive line, 6'5" and up. Come on now, that's crazy.
And like Miss Ash said, they said Lane Johnson picked Trevor like Jason picked Cam. I think that broke today. I did remember hearing that earlier today that was the case, that Lane Johnson picked Trevor and asked him to move to his house. He said you can move in with him. He'll work out with him, do everything with him, get him ready because that was a guy he liked. So, hey, that could be another guy that we don't see creeping up that depth chart. You know what I'm saying? But do you think a guy like that, even if he is getting better, is it too late because, Mekhi Becton's there and he's playing good and there's just no way they'll move him for a rookie?
Yeah, I think it's too late. You know what I mean? Mekhi Becton's potential, he was projected to be somebody. And now it's finally showing because, when you in a room with good people, what you're supposed to be is really going to show. Like when you hurt and you playing with a bad football team, you get a lot of the blame, man. And you get a lot of people saying that you're not beating expectations. Now he don't got to be the best guy on the offensive line. He wasn't brought here to do that. You know what I mean? He's here to blend in with a group of guys, a group of Pro Bowlers, and he's coming to Stoutland University. All you got to do is be a student and his talent going to show. So I don't think nobody taking that spot from him, bro. If he get that job day one and stay healthy, Tyler Steen is going to have to get in where he fit in.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the other battle. Third receiver. Supposed to be receiver by community. We've heard big things from Johnny Wilson, the rookie, and the big guy, which I thought, watching his Florida tape, he looked pretty good. He looked pretty good out there, for a guy that's 6'6", 6'5", or something crazy like that. Giant, But the last couple of practices, I heard he hit it seems like he hasn't been doing as much. John Ross looked good today at practice. They said, Paris Campbell coming back. He was the third guy, but it seems like people bring Covey showing up, showing out, talking about being behind. One day I could tell my kids I was behind Devontae Smith at receiver like that. I was like, what? What you talking about, Britt? You ain't never even been in the receiver room, my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just hanging out this year, And it's been crazy to hear because he was talking so confidently, like he knew he already was the third receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking like, which you should. If you're a receiver, you're gonna be good. You gotta have that, diva mentality to think that you are the best. But you still got that rookie Johnny Wilson playing good. You still got John Ross showing up. Another former first round pick that could come back. He's really on the prove it type deal, trying to prove that he can still play in the NFL. And then Anaya Smith, who ain't did not a damn thing. Everybody's like, oh, Anaya's gonna be the great one. Anaya's that third for sure. That dude ain't did crap since the damn training camp, the preseason, off season even started. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't done nothing.
Relax.
But that's why Covey can talk the way he could talk.
Yeah.
Paris Campbell ain't been on the field. Anaya Smith been trash. If you he ain't been good. Anaya Smith, I thought that his calling was going to be. I thought he was for sure going to be able to get on the field by a punt return. He ain't even good at that right now. You know what I mean? So and Covey is out here making plays.
Yeah.
So it's looking like Covey's job, and Covey is saying all the right stuff to ensure he make this roster. I've been watching Cole Beasley tape because Kellen Moore, he had a great career with Kellen Moore, and not only is he performing, this the thing though. The more we see John Ross playing with Jalen Hurts, the more valuable you'll see how John Ross is. Kenny Pickett couldn't really find him like that on some of them deep balls. Today, Jalen Hurts hit him on that go route. John Ross is fast. You know what I mean? Today, right. Today, we saw that, you know what I mean, in a joint practice because he was catching balls from Jalen Hurts. But Covey damn near locked to make the roster. He damn near locked to make the roster.
I think he got to be locked now.
We had the same punt return and kickoff returner. Like I always said that, Covey job is punt return. Anaya Smith is a kickoff return. So I mean, like I don't know how true that is, but that's how I feel. That Covey, he's only good for punt return, and Anaya Smith will find a way to get on the roster. Yes, I understand that he's not, standing out right now, but how much opportunity does he have right now? I mean, you have
Anaya Smith. Anaya Smith is going to end up making a practice squad.
Yeah,
we're not going to cut him because he was a 4th round draft pick, so we're not going to cut him. But he ain't performing. He ain't performing.
He's dropping everything.
Right, Johnny Wilson was drafted basically to go to the practice squad. That's why he was drafted. Look how late he was drafted. He was drafted to end up eventually on the practice squad as a project. He's shown to be more valuable than Anaya Smith, who we drafted in the 4th round. Anaya Smith going to end up on the practice squad. That's just what it is.
Return.
Say that again.
Who's going to be our kickoff return?
I would like to see Isaiah Rodgers back there for real. But I think Cooper DeJean is very valuable there too. He just ain't been on the field yet. Cooper DeJean has run kicks back, punts, kicks, a lot of that stuff. Cooper DeJean could do everything for real. But was Anaya Smith our kick return guy against Baltimore?
No.
I don't even think that was Anaya Smith back there. Me personally, I think that
Smith back there. It was Smith back there.
It was Smith back there. Me personally, I think on kick return, the best guys for kick return are running backs. That's me personally, and that goes back to the Reno Mahe days. Reno Mahe was a dog back there at kick return. I don't know how we got away from that, but I feel like those are always the best guys for kick return. Punt return, I'm cool with Covey being there. Yeah. He made the Pro Bowl being a punt returner, but I also think Isaiah Rodgers gives you the threat to give you a house call. As good as Covey has been, he ain't never taken nothing to the crib. You know what I mean? I think Isaiah Rodgers gives you the ability to do that. But with the new formation and the new rules for kickoff, I mean, you just got to learn how that's going to go, man. I think it's opportunity for some big kicks. So I would put your fastest guy back there.
Yeah. Will Shipley even make it nice back there too. If he's spending time with that number 2 RB, that's what he did. He did some of that in Clemson. He looked good at it.
Yeah.
He's another guy. Do you think Shipley could take over, that number 2 spot?
Not so soon. I think Shipley is going to play that Boston Scott role. He'll be that third running back, and he'll be used in spots. I think Kenneth Gainwell is going to take advantage of every chance that he's on the football field this year. You got to think Kenneth Gainwell is also running behind a pretty good offensive line whenever Saquon Barkley need a breather. And Kenneth Gainwell, so we have 3 running backs right now who could be used in the passing game. Kenneth Gainwell, Saquon Barkley, and Shipley. You know, all 3 of these guys can catch. You know, Kenneth Gainwell coming from Memphis, they produce pass-catching running backs. We know what Saquon Barkley brings to the table. Will Shipley just caught a touchdown in the last preseason game. So these guys are low-key interchangeable. You know, but Saquon Barkley is the only one that puts the fear in the defense's heart. If Saquon Barkley is gashing you for 3 7-yard carries in a row, now you got to start creeping down to that box. They're not going to do that for nobody else.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I think, hey, is this Gainwell last year, though? Like, this is 4th season. And like, there's no 5th-year option, so I think
there's no 5th-year option. So Gainwell know that.
So you ain't got no choice but to show up and show out. If not,
Gainwell know that he got to get some money. He knows it's time to get some money.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna be like we've been, the running back by committee, to the point where even when we had Miles, even when we had Swift, you know, you've seen a lot of Gainwell in certain games. You've seen a lot of, you know, the third running back in certain games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think so. I me personally, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that, nor do I think so. This the thing. You paid Saquon. Saquon is a generational talent. I expect to see some series where I only see Saquon. That's just what it is. This Saquon Barkley we talking about. I expect to see some series where I don't want to see another running back probably to like the 5-minute mark of the first quarter.
Amen.
Or depending on how often we get in the ball. Now, if Saquon run for 80 yards, he could come out that next play because he's probably going to need a breather. You can give him some oxygen. But I don't want to see none of them other guys just because.
Saquon got to check himself out.
Look, the only thing is, hey, you got to think about this. We are fortunate enough to not, you know, have to bring in another running back because we have Jalen Hurts. That read option is going to take some carries off of Saquon Barkley also. So, I mean, like, we could go a whole series, a whole 12-play drive, and Saquon and Hurts is on the field because we got the read option going, you know, the little quick screens going. So Saquon won't really have to be constant, you know, be used on every down. So that's the luxury that we have. And, you know,
but this is
teams where you have to bring other running backs to try to check up a little bit.
But this is why I think Saquon got to be used almost on every down. Saquon is one of the better running backs in blitz pickups and blitz protection and pass protection. You know what I mean? Saquon could take on a linebacker running full speed, meet him in the hole, and buy you some extra time. You know, Gainwell kind of struggled with that. Now, he wasn't horrible, but, you know, I haven't seen Shipley in that situation either.
Yeah.
But Saquon Barkley, there's tape of Saquon Barkley doing that at a high clip, even putting a couple people on their ass. So I think Saquon helps you more in a 3rd and long situation because he could also be a threat to catch the ball. You know what I mean? You just don't know what Saquon is. You have to pay attention to Saquon Barkley. You know what I mean? Sometimes he might be there to help pick up the blitz, or he might leak out on a wheel route, which we just saw today. You know, I'm all for giving him a breather and stuff like that, but I think you need to run. Saquon Barkley is my dark horse MVP candidate. You know what I mean? If Saquon Barkley has an MVP year, we go to the Super Bowl. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not. We go to the Super Bowl. If you are supposed to run Saquon Barkley until he's tired, bro. You're supposed to ride him until the wheels fall off this year. Right. You know, because it's not going to do nothing but open up the passing game.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You would be a fool to come out into this thing super pass heavy. I know you got Smitty. I know you got AJ, and I know Jalen Hurts can make every throw in the football field. But to neglect the running back that you paid this type of money for just makes no sense.
Yeah. Instead of having the best run offensive line in the league.
Right. Makes no sense.
And I think with Saquon, it opens up everybody. Goddard's going to be open. You know, Smitty, AJ going to be open to the point where they don't like when I say it, but I'm saying greatest show on turf type stuff going on here. We have Marshall Faulk, Torrey Holt, and Isaac Smith. Because personally, I think Isaac Smith and Torrey Holt were great, but you know, AJ and Smitty are better to me.
That was my first favorite, you know what I mean, wide receiver tandem, Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt. You know what I mean? That was my first, you know what I mean, like from my early memories of having like a tandem that they probably was like the originators of it for real.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you had some other guys in the 80s, but they really definitely made it popular. But you got the potential to have greatest show on turf numbers, man, for sure, because it's definitely a passing league. You know what I mean? The calls are in favor of the offenses. And you got the guy with the IQ at offensive coordinator now to scheme up these crazy ways to get dudes off of balance. Like in the game against the Ravens, man, I saw what's his name? What the hell is that? Our second string quarterback name?
Pickett.
Yeah, I saw a Pickett under center. I saw a Pickett rolling out. I saw things that I didn't see at all last year. You put Jalen Hurts in a situation under center to be able to roll out on a bootleg who's 30 times faster than Pickett. I mean, it's going to be some fireworks for sure.
And it's just vanilla right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like the base.
It's super vanilla, but I rewatched the game. It's super vanilla until we in striking distance. That's when you start to see just a little bit more when you in distance to try to score.
Nice. I love it, man. I love it. So do you think it's more on the offense than the defense to win us a championship this year?
Oh shit, that's the easy question.
The defense.
Offense, they got all the money.
Oh, get out of here.
The defense, though. The defense.
All the money on offense. I think if you the offense with that much talent, all them, Pro Bowlers, all pros on that side of the football, I think
the offense is the reason why we started 10-1 last year.
But listen, when we went to the defense, to Super Bowl last time, what side had all the money? The defense, and they produced. They had 70 sacks. They did their job. Now just the other way around. The offense got most of the money on that side. I think.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The offense just got to go out there and get you about 27 a game. Then that's money well spent. It's up to the defense to create opportunities to get the offense the ball back as many times as they can, to have 3 and outs, to force punts. We were one of the worst defenses in the league last year.
Third down.
One of the worst defenses in the league last year. And last year taught me a lot about what you asking for real. For just last year alone, you could use as a point of reference. We was 10-1 with one of the worst defenses in the league. That's not sustainable. You know what I mean? Once the offense has a rough patch, you still got the worst defense in the league. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts had to come back by double digits 4 times last year. That's a record because the offense was so trash. Well, the defense was so trash. The defense got to come out here and do their job, bro. It's on the defense, man. Because if the defense get this firepower, the ball back more times, then we looking to have 50-point games, 4 touchdown games. The defense has to produce, yo.
But you're talking about, and I love Jalen Hurts. Don't get me wrong. Talking about what he had 15 turnovers. He
did.
One of the leaders in turnovers. What did that do? Put defense in bad position, all right. And I think it's so much of the players is more about the coaching that really had that defense. You heard them, man. And the fact that we had you heard Slay come out and say we had young safeties, and usually when we got veteran safeties back there, they can help communicate, call calls, relay calls to the corners on the outside, because sometimes they don't hear the calls, you know what I'm saying? But they had guys back there that they never did that. They were about their job. They were about trying to keep up with what they were doing, you know what I'm saying? This is Darius Slayer, Pro Bowler, all pro guy, type guy that's been in the league forever. He's telling you straight up, like, we had young safeties that didn't help me last time, last year. That's
right. But at the same time, I've been on Slay bad side since I said this. He was out there acting like he ain't want to tackle. He one of the leaders. You know what I'm saying? But him too. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was one of the leaders talking about, I want to be able to go see my kids after the game. I want to have all my teeth. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right. You see what I'm saying? So the heart was gone. Kevin Byard was trash. The linebackers couldn't tackle. Bradbury had one of his worst years. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the defense. The defense got to show that they are not that. So the offense ain't even throw an interception in camp. The defense just came alive.
Y'all act like after that 10-1 start, this offense didn't start. AJ went this games in a row with over 125, and after that he didn't do nothing. He was buns.
He was not buns. This my point. My point is, if Jalen Hurts don't will us to 4 comebacks, we might have an 8-win season. That's how bad the defense was.
It was like 6 comebacks, really, because twice
we might have an 8-win season. We was down. Bro, we was down to Sam Howell by 10 2 times, both times.
Yeah.
Well, Sam
Look,
Howell,
when the
Sam
Cowboys
Howell ain't
are
good.
10,
But I'm
the
saying
Chiefs,
it
the
was
Bills.
coaching.
Nah.
The coaching was horrible.
You don't beat the Chiefs down 10 in most cases, then turn around and do it to the Bills the next week.
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts, despite the
I'll
turnovers,
say that's lit. That 5 games where everybody thought those, before the season, everybody's like, those are the games the Eagles are going to lose. The KCs, the Buffaloes, the Miamis, those type games. But we came out and we did it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they used all their
then we
coaches.
beat Dallas at home in the midst of all of that. So the offense did their job, man. We started off 10-1. Then in the midst of that, you make a coaching change. You fire a head coach. You fire a defensive coordinator. I'm sorry. You fire your defensive coordinator, right? And then you put Matt Patricia on the sideline. Then you put your offensive coordinator in the box. He not even on the field no more. So it just was pandemonium, man. It was pandemonium, man. I'm not going to just blame the defense and not say the offense don't have no hand in the collapse.
Are you saying defense, offense, or are you saying defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator?
What do you mean? Say that again.
The players or the coaching?
Was it the players or the coaching?
Yeah, I'm saying when you say that, I'm not just going to blame the defense, or you're blaming the defense. You're not just going to blame the offense or defense, whatever.
I'll definitely.
Or the actual players that you think didn't live up to hype. You think
coaching? I would 100% blame the coaching over the players on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Go to the playoff loss against the Bucks.
Down.
That was coaching malpractice in the playoff loss. I wanted Nick Sirianni out the door for that performance from the head coach.
Yes.
Just from that game alone, I was done with Nick Sirianni because let me paint the picture. How do you go into a playoff game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers knowing you don't have A.J. Brown and abandon the run? Just let that sink in. To know you don't have A.J. Brown, you still refuse to run the ball. That's coaching right there. That's coaching. And then the Bucs are throwing the same defense at you with the same free rusher running at Jalen Hurts, and you don't adjust to that in the second half. You do not attack the middle of the field at all. That is coaching, because players only could call was coming through the helmet. They only could do was coming through the helmet. So I believe it was some friction between Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni during the offseason. When you leave your quarterback hanging to dry like that, make
that's
sense.
what I'm saying. And the fact that, Brian Johnson was Jalen Hurts' boy, and you did him dirty.
Bro, and to add insult to injury, Swift cooked the Bucs in the regular season, and you don't use him. Come on, man. It's coaching malpractice. Sean Desai should not have been removed in favor of Matt Patricia. You know what I mean? I would have stayed with Sean Desai, and then I would have tried to do something different with the play calling.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing about Desai, though. Remember early in the season last year, even, before this little streak, when we were going through that little gauntlet, it was like the defense gave up some ass, right? Pause. But at the end of the game, he made coaching decisions to help us win. There was y'all act like it was all about the offense winning all them 10 games. There were some games where the defense had crucial plays at the end of the game where Desai did make adjustments after halftime and came out there and helped us win this football game. It wasn't just all offense those 10 games. There was games where you seen players on defense make plays at the end could decide change the whole scheme up. Now the first half of the game, sucked that you're getting
right, but that goes hand in hand though, because if the defense do their job, all the offense need is the ball back. So once the defense do make those plays and get the offense the ball back, then you're in a position to come back in these games. You know what I mean? It's some games too where the defense was giving up ass for 4 quarters and we lost. So it go hand in hand. I want to see a defense that is all about the fundamentals, bro. I want to see Vic Fangio go out there and play the guys that need to be played. Trotter Jr. need to be starting from day one. It might suck for one of them vets. It might suck for one of them vets.
Hey, no. Yeah. I don't mean to cut you off, LB.
No, go ahead.
You did go. But you just got me lit up right now. Trotter Jr. starting week 1, baby. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
He need to be starting week 1.
Let's talk about Bond. Let's talk about N'Kobe Dean. Let's talk about, is Trotter Jr. going to be the next starter?
He got to be. I think right now The only correct combination is Devin White and Trotter Jr. That's the only correct combination right there. Even though Nakobe Dean, now Nakobe Dean is playing better. Nakobe Dean, he's playing better. Pass coverage is bad, but he's a great blitzing linebacker. So there is a spot for him on the roster. But Trotter Jr. today jumped a route like a cornerback for an interception. We don't have that type of coverage at the second level. You have to start Trotter Jr. because nobody else can cover besides him. Nobody else. Devin White is a blitzing linebacker who can run with other guys, who can give you the illusion. He can stay in frame. He ain't gonna get burnt. You know what I mean? He can stay in frame.
Barkley said he did some work. He gave him some work.
Say that again.
I said Barkley even said he gave him some work. White. I think White's an all-pro type linebacker. You're about to see that again this year.
Barkley said that White gave Barkley some work.
Yeah, remember in the very beginning, Barkley, that they were working and they were going through their pass routes. And, they were going back and forth who won. And he was like, yeah, he gave me the work too. Like he was covering me on those pass routes.
Yeah, because he's fast. He's sideline to sideline speed is really good with him. But Trotter Jr. has instincts that you can't teach. Mm-hmm. He got instincts that you can't teach, man. He just know where to be. He's great in run. He's great in run fits and stuff like that. He's got a high IQ. You got to throw him out there week 1.
So everything like I'm hearing right now is like White and Bond. Like, Trotter just started coming into the picture, like recently, but like it seemed like that Vic Fangio liked these no names, these like tough nose, hey, just go to the ball type of linebackers like he had in Van Winkle and with the Dolphins, right? So I mean, do you think that Trotter could beat out, in my opinion, Vic Fangio favorite linebacker so far in Bond?
Yeah, because he's already experimenting with it. Who got the first rep with the ones today? Nakobe Dean. Bond didn't get them reps next to Devin White today for the first time all training camp. So Fangio was already experimenting with who needs to be starting these games. Devin White is going to start.
Yeah,
Fangio is experimenting with who's going to start next to Devin White. So now today he just tried out Nakobe Dean, who had some good moments, you know what I mean, but he struggled in coverage. Then he subbed him out for Trotter Jr., who got a pick.
Yeah.
I'm 99% sure that Devin White and Trotter Jr. will be the 2 first guys out there with the ones at the next training camp. Or Trotter Jr. might even start Thursday.
Woo!
He might start Thursday.
I like it. But I told everybody, though, because like right before, last week, it was like I was listening to him, and I'm like, dude, this is an old school coach, right? You ain't giving nobody no flowers off the jump. So your guys that aren't supposed to get the flowers, you're gonna give them all the flowers in the world to keep them motivated to do something, keep them playing as good as you didn't even expect them to play, like the Bonds, you know what I'm saying? But your guys that should be starting, the guys that should be putting in that work, you ain't gonna give them no love off the jump. You ain't gonna give them no love off the rip. And he didn't. Bonds this guy, Bonds that guy. But when Chris Franken came on, he even threw something at me. He was like, what I've been really hearing is, Nakobe Dean's getting over his injury. That's the reason why they started Bond in the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's because Nakobe Dean was still getting over his injury, and they had to put him out there. They didn't want to rush Nakobe Dean back. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
And I was like, what? But he talked highly about Bond. I'm like, no, but that's just what I heard. I'm just like, think about the old school coaches want you to earn your spot. He already came out and said he don't care if you're high paid player, if you don't care if you're high rookie, you know what I'm saying? He don't care if you're a free agent, he don't care about none of that. He wants the best players on the field. You know what I'm saying? So you down talk, even when you first heard him talk about even Trotter Jr., it's like, yeah, he's learning, he's rookie, he's learning. Let's see what he do type of stuff.
Yeah.
And now he's given the opportunity to run with the one. Let me see what you can do, Rook. Let's see. But I think that whole Bond thing was just a whole
no, come on, man.
Mirage.
Hey, man.
Mirage. Like he was never ever. I don't feel like he was ever guaranteeing to start that guy week 1. I think he had him out there because what did everybody say when you heard all the players talk about him? You heard him. He said high character, high motor. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very high motor type guy. That's why they love Bond. And no player came out and said, "Oh, this guy's awesome linebacker. He's an all pro caliber linebacker. He's gonna go out there and be this linebacker that's super good." No, they say He works hard and he goes at high speed. That's the only thing anybody really had to say about Bond during this whole time. You know?
But no, but also look, I also think that Bond is like a Van Winkle, man. He's not the sexiest name, he's not the sexiest face, but man, he is a gritty type of play. Yes, he played on special team with the Saints the whole time. He really don't have a experience as a starting linebacker, but since camp started, that's all I've been hearing about has been this dude, you know what I mean, Bond, and he's been making some plays. So I mean, I'm just now starting to hear, you know, Trotter name and Dean name, but Bond just been from the jump. So hey, don't be surprised if it's White and Bond from the beginning, and then you might start seeing something. But it depends what type of defense we play also.
I think
Bond did get an interception today, so.
But that was off of the Nakobe Dean deflection, too.
Right.
I think the fact that the whole offseason, it was Bond and White starting out. And today was the first time it was Nakobe Dean and White starting out, that he's kind of losing that spot.
Yo, he said it. He's trying to find out who could start next to White. That's the problem. The problem is this: White is the only one that's solid. Everybody's like mismatch, next mismatch. Oh, this might work. Okay, next. So he's trying to see who fit next to White. We already know that White is going to start. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
I don't know, because we got how many preseason games? One more? Two more, right?
We got two more.
Two more preseason games. I think Trotter was right then, for sure. Because Trotter was the one today when he did that. It wasn't like he was on the second team. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't on none of that. And I think that was like second or third team when that happened, where Dean tipped it to Bond or whatnot. It was during the second team thing, rotation, lineup mix up. So I do believe, like you say, I think Trotter Jr. He had a great, career with Clemson. Like, I watched some of his tape. He's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think his dad being a former greatest Eagle linebacker of all time helps him. I think his dad teaching him every single offseason since he was born helps him. When he heard all this downplay about him not hearing this boy's name and the whole what we call OTAs, he probably went back home and his dad was in his ear every single day. Why ain't hearing your name, boy? We tried us around here. You know what I'm saying? We tried. We got a name. You're wearing the 54, my guy. Get your ass out there and live up to the name, my guy. I think now you see him in this training camp. He's really starting to show up and show out.
I don't know if he's the greatest Eagles linebacker of all time, though.
Who's better than Trotter?
Oh, he gonna say Seth.
Seth Joyner.
Wow, man. Really? I know you're buddy with him, but really?
Yeah, Seth.
No, I ain't really.
More fire than Trotter at the linebacker position in Eagle history.
Dog, it's Seth. It's Seth, bro.
If you got 100 Eagles fans, tell me your favorite linebacker of all time. I guarantee at least 90 of them say Trotter.
Nah, it ain't. I like Trot, but it's Seth, bro. Seth got
though, LB.
50. Seth,
and I'm not hating on Seth.
No, it depends what that is. What did you? Who did you see play more? Like, was it Seth or was it Trotter? Like, you know what I mean? So it seemed like
it Seth or was it Trotter? It was.
So that's what the fan base is going to go off of. Like, they're not going to Google,
I mean, if you could go, I mean the numbers, bro. I mean, if you go off the numbers,
yeah,
it don't matter what you saw, bro.
Who the hell
that was before they started keeping stats with Seth, though.
No, it wasn't. It was not. Seth was drafted in 86. He was keeping stats in 86.
Numbers wasn't being kept in, though.
Well, then,
added more. Like, it should have been
exactly
more
right.
It's his stats.
Well, if that's the case, if he misses some stats, then it ain't even close if he misses some stats.
Okay,
but it depends who you ask.
But you got to talk about this too. The talent Seth played with. Reggie White, Brown before he died. He played with some
that don't even matter. I don't think that matters. Seth Joyner should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should be.
Seth Joyner should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't even think it matter about the talent that he played with. You talking about a guy that got 52 sacks, 8 forced fumbles, and 24 picks as a linebacker? It's not a lot of people with 50 sacks and 20 picks.
Come on, my guy.
Period.
You LB, my guy. Don't come at me with the whole, I don't think the talent around you matters.
How old are you, BIRDGANG?
If your defensive line is Jerome Brown and Reggie White, my God,
that don't mean if your defensive line, if your defensive line is Jerome Brown and Reggie White, that don't mean you're going to catch 24 interceptions and still have 50-something sacks. You got to be that type of player.
They were getting to the
you got to be that type of player.
You're making some horrible decisions and trying to get
Hold up. See, you know what? Hey,
right, LB? If you got Jerome Brown and Reggie White,
I don't agree. I don't agree.
See, BG. See, you know what? This is why I keep record of BG when he speaks, because the Philadelphia Eagles had 71 sacks, right? Third most history. Who was our linebacker? How many picks did they have? I'll wait. Right. Because it doesn't matter who you have up front. Your linebacker still got to be on point.
Whoa.
We had the third most sacks in NFL history.
You got to say, when we had all them sacks. Wait, I think I heard you right. Let me hear it. I think I heard you right. You said, because we got all them sacks, right? What did our linebackers do? We had trash ass linebackers.
Oh, wait a minute.
With that, we did have no self-Jordan type linebackers. You had some jabroni ass linebackers back there that was lucky to be starting in the NFL.
Okay. So Seth Joyner left. So Seth Joyner left the Eagles.
Come again,
bro. Seth Joyner left the Eagles in '93.
Listen, Indy Kalu, Corey Simon, which I had him on the show. I love Corey. Don't get me wrong, Corey. If you're low. But come on, he didn't have
Corey Simon was a dog.
It was no Jerome Brown. He was no Reggie White. I'm saying I love Corey, but the team was not the same team.
Let me look at Trotter stats.
Now you're gonna even try to hate on Trotter. That's what you're gonna do.
I'm not. I'm not because at the end of the day, Trotter played with a stacked defense too, though.
The physicality, the presence matter at the end of the day.
Trotter played with a stacked defense, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Try to play with a stacked defense. It's not even close, bro. And I like Trotter. I don't even want to read this, bro. It's not even close, bro.
More than Reggie, who our defensive line was better than Reggie.
It's not close, bro. I don't even want to read this. I don't even want to read this, man.
Read it. I promise you won't name no one better than Reggie.
You can't read if you're talking, BG.
I want to let him read. He doesn't want to. I want to hear him read it. Trotter
had 12 sacks and 9 picks. You talking about a guy that had 50 sacks and 24 picks? It's not the same. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. Trotter does get a lot of tackles, though. I will say that. That's what make Trotter who he really was. Trotter's a tackling machine, Loki. He had 100 tackles 2 times in his career. He had 90 tackles or more 2 times in his career. You know what I'm saying? So Trotter is a guy that can tackle, but in terms of making the plays that's going to turn your head, which are the sacks, I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And you have to remember, hey, BG, some of the stats.
I can't believe y'all even doing this argument.
You're right. Some of the stats are missing because they don't have no tackles recorded in 90 from 98 to 92, from 86 to 92.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's stats missing off of Seth, and he's still better.
Right. All they was recording was sacks and interceptions.
So,
but this the point. This the even bigger point. When Seth left the Eagles, Seth still he accounted for. So he left the Eagles 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 5 seasons. 5 seasons after he left the Philadelphia Eagles, he still accounted for 19 sacks and 9 picks. This after all them great dudes.
Yeah.
Sacks were like outside.
What do you mean? Because
it wasn't Trotter wasn't there to be no goddamn sack artist. He was there to lay the hammer. He was a linebacker, old school linebacker that stopped your running game. You talk about all the 100 and something tackling season because he was stopping running back behind the line of scrimmage. He wasn't worried about those sacks. Trotter's not the guy that I would even I wouldn't even when I think how great Trotter was, I didn't even think about, oh, did he have any sacks? Oh, wait, did he have any picks? No, I didn't think about him laying that wood on that damn field and making people fear him. That's what I laid.
I mean, I guess they were 2 different type of linebackers. But if you think Seth Joyner couldn't, if you think Seth Joyner couldn't play the run, you tripping.
I'm not saying I can't. Like you said,
the run. This the thing. The running backs barely got to that level.
Right. Let's get that clear. Seth was outside linebacker, so that's more DN. Outside linebacker, that's where you look at those sacks. I'm not saying that's why I was never hating himself. I was never hating himself. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of linebacker, real in your face, stopping the runs, moshing heads, it's Trotter, my guy.
Nah, it's Seth.
We've not been talking about Seth. You said
it's Seth. I think Seth could play any spot in that second level.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah, man. 2 Eagles greats.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Hey, let's talk about Trotter Jr. right now. Hey, look, let's talk about the current Eagles, man. Look, the biggest. All right, LB, honest truth. If we were to go into the season right now today, would you feel comfortable with our safety position?
Yeah. I feel comfortable with the safety position because I think Gardner Johnson bring the best out of whoever going to be playing opposite of him. You know, Reed Blankenship, I think, emerged on the scene playing with Gardner Johnson. I think Reed Blankenship will be happy to play with Gardner Johnson. I don't like James Bradbury back there, but Cooper DeJean also could play some safety. We haven't seen it. So I'm not really worried. You know what I mean? I think a lot of guys are afraid to let Gardner Johnson down in that safety room. So I think you're going to get the best version of a lot of those guys. So I ain't really worried.
Are you concerned at all with his injury history?
I am. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I am worried about it because if he's down, then it's a different ball game. So I am concerned right there. But we did pick up some depth though. The guy Adam Erdem Stern or whatever Kearns. Yeah, Stearns, Kadeem Stearns.
Nobody.
Yeah.
The only person y'all need to worry about is safety is my boy Bradbury. I said it's gonna start week 1.
Yeah, see,
okay.
Man,
he just got burnt today by a tight end, bro.
Okay, whatever. But he also came back and stopped.
He wasn't even Hunter. Hunter was not even out there.
People get burnt. You see today your boy, everybody's boy Quinyon Mitchell got burned on some routes today, and he came back. It's about what you do when you come back. He got burned up by that tight end, but he also broke up a touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
so
you can't get burnt as a safety.
Oh my God!
Look, you're the last one of the
Wade, Chauncey Gardner.
Do you understand the position of a safety, BG?
That's what we started week 1.
BG, do you understand the position of a safety? You're the last line of defense. You can't be getting burnt as a safety. There's nobody else behind you.
That wasn't team practice. That was one-on-ones, my guy. One-on-ones is way different from playing a football game. If you know about football, my guy. Okay, I can go out there and burn a lot of motherfuckers right now in one-on-one.
Hey, stop it! Stop it! I know you can't. Hey, you'll be out of breath within 10 yards. Hey, how much you be smoking?
I feel good, my guy. Get it out. Bradbury. Well, let's talk about it for a second. LB, you know, and I told everybody, I think Fangio loves his old school, you know, smart football players. And Bradbury came out and said he chose to go to safety for a reason because he knows that's the spot he could possibly start at because he's seen all the young guns coming in, whatnot, the Ringos, the Rodgers and whatnot, and Mitchell and Sheen. And I think that he actually had something right because I think Bradbury's talent is better than Blankenship. I think Blankenship's a good hitter. You know what I'm saying? I think he got heart. But in terms of overall football knowledge, Blankenship never been to no Pro Bowl. Blankenship never been to no All-Pro. Bradbury's been to both. You know what I'm saying? Like Bradbury's had up and down years since the Giants. He had good years with Giants, bad year with Giants. That's when we got him. Good year with the Eagles, bad year with the Eagles. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But this is only a good year up. And if he decided to go to safety, I feel like that he could possibly take it over.
Hey, BG, wait.
Nah, Bradbury gotta be the security.
Safeties, my guy.
Wait. Wait, what was the reason why he went to safety? Because there was no other position for him to be on the team to try out for safety. It wasn't because
like he could have played any position.
Wait, hold on.
James Bradbury is not a better safety than Reed Blankenship.
He can be.
That's not his natural position.
No.
He can be though. You've already heard.
We need Sidney Brown back immediately. We need Sidney Brown back immediately.
He was playing good, LB.
Sidney Brown and Gardner Johnson is the duo that I want to see.
Hate on Bradbury. He's been playing good, and even the head coach, the defensive coordinator, came out and said he's been playing good.
I ain't hating. No, I ain't hating on it. I don't want to see it though.
Why?
I don't want to see it. I don't even give it. We're in a Super Bowl window.
Bradbury the year before last when he was.
We're in a Super Bowl, yeah, but then he turned out to not be.
Because he had
no safety
last year. He had a horrible defensive coordinator.
Bro, Bradbury was missing tackles last year. But you know, a lot of that was on the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff, though. Not the missing tackles part. They had Bradbury playing in the slot, getting barbecued last year. They just was trying anything with him.
Hey, BG.
Like Bradbury can't play in no slot. Bradbury is a boundary
CJ go to
cover two guy. Bradbury is a zone cornerback. If you're gonna play zone, that's when you have Bradbury out there.
I think he works out pretty well for you.
Hey, BG, let me.
You let CJ go up there and guard the slot, guard the corner, or whatnot, whoever you want. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. He gets picked, covering safety. You let Bradbury stay deep, you know, and be left by the.
Hold on, BG. All right. Hey, you work at this place for a few years, right? Front office. And then one season, one time, and you have a bad season. And then they tell you, hey, in order for you to stay on this job, we're going to demote you to the mail room. That's exactly what happened. Your Bradbury knew he was not going to be on this team at all. So he tried a different position where we was weak at. But this the thing though. Bradbury also got leverage because Bradbury making a lot of money too. He's paid.
Yeah, so he has some leverage.
They gonna play him.
He has some leverage.
Yeah, man. Nah. I don't know.
Y'all don't want to see Bradbury.
He's smart.
No. So somebody in his comments said it the best. Twiz Digger. They said you can hide him as a corner, but you cannot hide him as a safety. They're going to abuse that side of the field, bro. They're going to abuse that side of the field.
He's going to be the over the top help. So it could be CJ guarding him, and then if Bradbury.
No, CJ need to be back there too. Bradbury need to come. If we playing cover 2. That's where Bradbury need to be in that cornerback position, covering the flats. Bradbury do not need to be doing a lot of stuff.
Bradbury was all pro, so that's good work too, my guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, put him back at corner though. I like Bradbury for corner depth. I don't like him at safety.
Ooh, yep. No safety love there. So that's another one of these guys that aren't going to start, I guess. Let's go with who we got left here.
Like the cornerback position, like who is going to start on opposite
or
opposite of Slay? Yeah. Is it Mitchell? Is it Rogers, Ringo, or what?
It's Ringo.
3 cornerbacks be, you know what I mean? Nickel and your 2 outside corners.
I think it's going to be Slay and Ringo, and then I think you're going to see Quinyon Mitchell in the slot.
Ooh, Ringo out there. And not Rogers.
I think it's gonna be Slate. No, it's not gonna be Rogers. I think Rogers gonna be gonna be a rotational guy. Yeah, it's not gonna be Rogers. It's not gonna be Rogers. It's gonna be Slade.
You're gonna steal him right now today. You think by week 1 is not going to?
Wow.
No, I think it's gonna be Keely Ringo. I think Quinyon Mitchell has shown to be so good in the slot. We didn't even expect that. Quinyon Mitchell was pretty good in the slot. You know what I mean? We did not expect that. And I think that slot position is real key for us because once the pass rush come alive, that slot is often that quick outlet guy. And I think Quinyon Mitchell, his IQ and his twitchiness, I think it just fits good for the slot right now. You know what I mean? Now, if Cooper DeJean was healthy, we would have never seen Quinyon Mitchell in the slot.
What do you think?
Cooper DeJean would have been getting them slot reps.
does that mean now until Slade goes that he has no opportunity to be on the outside? Because if he goes in there and say, let's say right now, he goes, because remember Brandon Boykins went to the Pro Bowl for being a slot corner, right? That 1 year, then he got paid with Pittsburgh. What happened with Quillons is that slot corner that locks down everything in the slot. Do you keep him there the next year, or are you gonna be moving him back out to the outside, or do you even give him?
You move him back to the outside, because I think we foreseen this. Cooper DeJean is immaculate in the slot as well. We just ain't see it yet. Yeah. So Quinyon Mitchell getting some slot reps just helps his resume. You know, he could do it all. So Quinyon Mitchell playing in the slot, meaning that when Slade does go, Quinyon Mitchell is able to follow with CeeDee Lamb all around the field. You know what I mean? Because he's played in the slot before. So I think Quinyon Mitchell is just developing and, you know, just boosting his profile right now. But, you know, when Slade does go, Quinyon Mitchell will go to the outside.
But what about with the battle right now? You got Ringo and Roger Weapon, both of them, when they're in the game, they play great. And next year, you know, Slade's off the team. Why wouldn't you want Ringo and Rogers being your outside and keeping them there if he did play good?
Because I think Ringo is better. But you mean if Slade is gone?
Yeah, because he's probably gonna be going next year.
I don't like the idea of Rogers as a full-time corner right now. I think he needs some more games under his belt. He ain't played that much, and then he gave up like a real easy pass in the preseason game. Now, mind you, it's preseason or whatever the case may be, but something just still need more time when I'm looking at him. Now, Keely Ringo almost intercept the ball damn near every time he on the field if you throw it his way. He got the size, he got the speed, he's out there breaking up passes, the closing speed is there. I think Keely is developing nice, but I think Rogers makes the roster for sure, but I don't like him on the outside starting no time soon.
But see, what's confusing to me is like since training camp began and before that, it's always Rogers, Slay, and whoever else in the nickel. And the same thing for linebacker. It's always Bond and White. But now you're talking about Trouter, like that really haven't been popping out of camp until a couple of days. And now you're talking about Ringo, which was behind Rogers, even on the depth chart. So I mean, are you saying that Vic Fangio is playing possum with us, LB, or what? Like, because like right now I'm a little confused because Ringo have not been like, you know, yes, his name has brought up like a couple times, but it's always been Rogers, and Mitchell and Slade. But now you're talking about Ringo, and now Rogers is the odd man out.
Ringo, because you know. The training camp stuff when you're going against the ones is cool. That's what people are comfortable at. You know what I mean? Going against your own team. You know what I mean? Everybody is happy for Rogers on the team because Rogers did his time and he's back and stuff like that. You know, nobody was talking about Keely Ringo. You know what I mean? Keely Ringo has made plays in game speed. You know what I mean? Keely Ringo made a number of plays against the Baltimore Ravens. He made plays. He broke up a touchdown pass. He almost intercepted another pass. And then he almost intercepted a pass today. You know what I mean? Keely Ringo has been making the plays when they need to make the plays.
Even last season when he started like a handful of games for Slate and
right. And you got to think, man, a lot of these cornerbacks are going to be good because just who they practicing against.
Yeah.
But also before Rogers got suspended, he was a top flight corner. So it's not like you're talking about some guy that wasn't good. You know, everybody didn't expect him to come back good. And the only reason why they cut him was because of this gambling thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, he sucked and they cut him. He was like, he got caught gambling. He got cut from the team because that's what the team's supposed to do when you're not doing a player doing illegal stuff. And we picked him up. And he's starting right now. It's like he was a starter in Indy. He made plays in Indy, kickoff return plays and cornerback plays, lined up against some of the best receivers and locked them down in Indy. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, Keely is good.
I ain't see him do nothing against the Ravens though. I ain't see him in game speed do nothing against the Ravens. He had opportunities. He had opportunities to do stuff, just like Keely Ringo had opportunities to do things and make things happen. You know what I mean? That rookie, Nate Wiggins, he made the best of his opportunities. Absolutely. That's what you know what I mean? That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking of this from a coach standpoint. Like, who was out there making the best? Listen, I'm not the biggest Nakobe Dean fan, but he played well. So I had to keep it real. He made the best out of his opportunities. You know what I mean? I haven't seen Isaiah Rodgers do nothing except against his own team in practice when in OTAs. I ain't see it. Like, show me something. Show me that say that you should show me that say that you should get more time over Keely Ringo. I haven't seen anything that said Keely Ringo should be opposite of Slay right now. If you're not going to do Quinyon Mitchell.
Okay. And I like Ringo starting. I'm just saying, like, just like you said, Kobe Dean shows you something now. But last week, we didn't show you nothing. And that open
last week when?
In the open practice, he didn't show you nothing.
That ain't no game, though. That ain't no game.
They're both
that ain't like, game. That ain't game speed. Again, that's a game against your buddies.
Yeah.
When the Kobe Dean hit that running back when they dumped the ball down, the Kobe Dean don't know him. The Kobe Dean don't share a locker room with him. The Kobe Dean was trying to knock the wind out of his chest and make sure he don't catch that ball. The Kobe Dean ain't gonna hit Saquon like that at the link. You know what I mean? It just ain't gonna happen. So like I like to see what's going to happen when the chips are on the line. So that's what I'm basing it off of who should start. Thanks, babe.
Okay. And I Texas says Kenny Pickett made Wiggins look good. Kenny Pickett made that boy look good, as opposed to him going against the number one. He didn't get a chance to go against Jalen Hurts. You know,
no, he probably you know, and that's fair. That's fair to say because Kenny Pickett was getting the ball out late. You know what I mean? Kenny Pickett was floating balls and stuff like that. That's fair to say, but he still made the plays though. He still closed the gap and was able to get in between, get around that big body and you know, affect passes. So, hey man, I would have liked to see Raptors do a little.
Have though, guys. Another good problem to have. Two cornerbacks fighting out to see who's going to be the starter. People, one side say,
yeah, it's a good problem. Again, he's going to make the roster. Like Eli Ricks ain't even getting a chance because we so deep.
Oh, who?
No, I heard his name go. I thought Jones and Ricks gonna make a name this year. They is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Watch when Cooper DeJean get some playing time on that field on Thursday. He gonna make the most out of his opportunity.
He might not play Thursday though. They said, you know what I'm saying. He's been hurt all season. I think next week would be even better for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, then Cooper should probably get a lot of reps in the last preseason game. He's going to make the roster.
Yeah,
he's definitely making a roster, but where's he gonna play? That's why now we heard the offseason beginning, he didn't have no safety work. He says I was working at nickel cornerback, and he probably had a little bit of outside, but he didn't work no safety. Now they're saying
they liked him there though. They liked him there.
Outside and safety. Do you think Cooper
they liked him there?
Has a chance to play some safety here?
No, I think Cooper DeJean gonna either play the slot or on the outside. No. I think he's gonna either play on the slot or the outside. Cooper DeJean could do all of them though. That's the crazy thing. But I think he's gonna play either the slot or the outside because this is the idea. Maddox might be gone. Maddox might not make the roster. You know what I mean? Cooper DeJean and theoretically, Cooper DeJean should be playing the slot. Quinyon Mitchell should be on the outside. Keely Ringo should be a rotational guy or whatever the case may be. But I think Quinyon Mitchell has just shown to be too good at the slot. He just shown to be that he's just that good. So, you know, things got to change. So now we'll put Cooper DeJean in a position to be a rotational guy, which is fine. He's a rookie.
And we pretty much hit all the spots besides Nolan Smith, how good he's doing this offseason. Do you think Nolan's going to take that next step? And then, but the main one I want to talk about, since the whole Reddit thing came up, is Josh Huff. He ain't did nothing until today where he finally got a sack. Are you worried at all about Josh Huff?
I ain't really worried about Huff too much. You know what I'm saying? I need to see it. You know what I mean? I need to see Huff in a game scenario. I need to see Huff. I think Fangio worried about him because you don't take your $15 million acquisition and then play him in the first preseason game. I think Fangio is worried about him, but you know, I got to see it week one to even give a fair assessment on Huff because he's being used like he's never been used before. But I love Jalix Hunt actually. I love what I'm seeing out of him.
Yeah.
But see, I also think that Vic Fangio, he played his whole defense besides Slay and Gardner. And everybody else played. Like, I mean, your starting defense was on the field besides those two guys. So I really feel like because, you know, like he said, I need these guys to play. The continuity is very important because this is a new defense. It's different for an offense, but for defense, he need these guys to play. So don't be surprised if your starting offense is, if your starting defense is out there for at least the first half of this coming preseason game because the defense was our biggest Achilles heel. Like,
Well, I say,
like it was just.
I say he may be worried about Huff because he was vocal about it. You know what I mean? That he got a ways to go, and he said a couple things about him that make me believe that.
Okay.
So. Yeah. Simone.
But all right, look, LB, yo, I see your your YouTube videos and stuff like that. Like you really hard on this defense. Like I told
They're trash. They was trash last year.
But yeah, what this current defense itself, because I even told BG that hey, us Eagle fans, hey, we need to temper our expectation on this defense at least the first 4-6 weeks because like we got to get our feet under us because offense is going to carry us because it's easy to go out in the field and score points, but this defense, there's no way you on a whole new scheme, new players, and then you expect us to be clicking on all cylinders week one, shutting teams down to like 10, 13 points a game. It's not going to happen. So, yes, that's why Vic Fangio said, hey, I got to play these guys because that's our biggest problem. There's a lot of new schemes, a whole bunch of new players. We have to find out what we are about. So, I mean, I think that you're a little overreacting how the defense is playing just because this is a new scheme.
They was trash last year. You know what I mean? And until I see otherwise, they still trash. This is my thing. For real. I was highly disappointed in them last year because it seems like that they forgot the basic principles of football. I'm not looking for these guys to go out there and shut nobody down or just hold teams to zero. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for rallying to the ball. I'm looking for gang tackling. I'm looking for safeties to run downhill and go hit somebody once you see that it's a running play. I'm looking for just the instincts of a competent defense. They didn't have that last year. You know what I mean? They just didn't have it. So I don't think I'm being too hard on them, bro. When you're a defense who look like you don't want to tackle, like what we talking about? I'm looking for stuff like that to change. I'm looking for the toughness to be brought back.
Okay, but did you feel the same way? Hold on, but I mean, did you feel the same way last year when our offense was going against our defense in training camp and OTAs, interception there, iron sharpened iron, and then you saw in the regular season compared to Jalen Hurts cooking this defense? I mean, like is it like what do you want to see right now? Because like I feel like that offense is always going to be ahead of the defense. Just because it's easier to learn an offense than to try to put a whole defense together. So, like in my mind, I'm trying to figure out what are you trying to see right now. I mean, what you saw today, was that a good sign of a defense that could possibly be a good defense moving forward, or you still want to well, I mean, it was the Patriots. I still got to see them against.
No, today was a positive sign. Today was a positive sign. Like when it's good, I'm gonna keep it real. When it's bad, I'm gonna keep it real. Today was a positive sign. But what I want to see is, I want to see Daniel Jones get shut down. You see what I'm saying? I want to see Jaden. I want to see Jaden Daniels' life be made a living hell because he a rookie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I want to see Ezekiel Elliott be shut down because he got a lot of tread on his tires. There's certain things I expect for sure. I expect that. Certain things I just expect. You know what I mean? I want to see what's supposed to happen, man. In a nutshell, I'm gonna keep it real. If they get I think Nakobe Dean. I ain't think he was that good. You know what I mean? But I've been talking good about him all day because he had a good showing, and today. So I want to see these guys just be competent, man. They just looked like kids last year, scared to tackle. They ain't want no smoke. They ain't want no contact. None of that.
Yeah, and this preseason, I mean, are you impressed by Hurts, or do you think our defense is that bad that Hurts is really, kind of like, I mean, not being pressured, not being forced to make any bad decisions? Like, do you literally think that Hurts is 18-0 right now, right? 18 touchdowns, just no interceptions throughout training camp, or are you concerned about our defense? Is it Hurts or is it the defense? Because it's hard to have them both, because last year we had both. offense, defense was interception. Oh man, defense had a good day. Offense had a good day. Defense had a good day. Offense had a good day. And now, man, it seems like before we even played a game, you was, saying, hey, I gotta see more from our defense, even though it's still offense, and defense, our own people.
The defense was trash last year, so I mean, so I got to see more from him. But back to Jalen Hurts, I'm highly impressed with Jalen Hurts because the guy has not even thrown an interception in camp. That's impressive. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if it's camp. I don't care. You know what I mean? And then today was the ultimate test for me because I'm thinking like, oh, for sure, it's a defense he never saw. He gonna throw an interception. From what I'm hearing, they was blitzing. They was throwing different coverages. They was throwing different looks, and they still couldn't, you know what I mean, confuse him or shake him. And he still was standing in the pocket, going through his progressions and making the right read. I'm highly impressed with Jalen Hurts because he's in a camp where he didn't throw any interceptions in a new offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just don't happen all the time. And he's throwing touchdowns to Saquon Barkley like he been playing with the guy. So, yeah, I'm highly impressed with Jalen Hurts. First I was like, he cooking a bad defense. But now it was just looking like at this point, any defense could get this work this year. Yeah. That's the step that he took. Anybody could get this work. That's what he's showing me.
I like it. I mean, because, look, I think that the offense is going to be fine. My biggest concern is always the defense. Hey, BG, don't think so? Like, I think that defense is harder to put 11 guys together to come and play like real good football every down. Like, because we saw last year, the Eagles were good on first and second down, but they couldn't get off the goddamn field on third down. Like, they were one of the worst defense in the NFL on third downs because they just couldn't get it together. And that was because of coaching, not putting these guys. I refuse to believe that Byers can't play football no more. This is an all-pro safety. Like, this dude is a tackling machine, a baller, and he looked like shit.
Bro, but this the thing. He got here and didn't want to tackle either. He did not want to tackle last year.
Trash team right now. He knew what
he did not want to tackle last year. He was in the mode of, I don't want to get hurt. I know I'm gonna go get paid next year. This defense don't got the heart. I'm not gonna go out here and put it all on the line. You know what I mean? That's how he was acting.
On the players though,
it was. I think it was both because the coaches can't go out there and make you tackle. You gotta want to do your job. You know what I mean? I can't get him no pass. I'm not gonna get him no pass. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. This is the thing. I'm not one of these Eagles guys who I don't care if they come on my show. I don't care. I gotta tell the truth because I owe that to the community that respect me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't play good last year. I can't sugarcoat that.
And it's like I'm just like, it goes back to like we don't need our defense to be great like they were the year we went to the Super Bowl. When you put this much money in the offense is better. So you should expect the offense to take another step forward. If they do that, and that gives the defense a little. We just need a good defense. We don't need a great, that was the best defense the Eagles ever had. The Super Bowl run. That was the best in terms of production. The best defense ever the Eagles ever had.
What Super Bowl run?
The last Super Bowl we just went to.
Hell no! Like the Vikings.
They know how the defense we had 70-some sacks ever.
No. See, hey, you only focusing on the sack.
That was in turnover. We had turnovers too that year. We were balling. Charles Gardner led the league.
Yeah, Gardner Johnson led the league in picks that year.
Yeah. We were doing everything that year. That was a defensive-led team, which was good with a good offense. And I feel like this year it's a great offense that all we need to do is be a good defense.
Like what's good? What top 10?
Kansas City had a bunch of rookies and first-year players, but they still won a Super Bowl.
What's good defense to you? Is it top 10, top 15? What?
Top 10 this year.
Yeah, we better be a top 10.
Top 10. But that's off of talent.
Yes, you expect to be.
That's off of talent. The players that we got on our defense, they should be top 10 for sure with good coaching. We should have been top 10 last year with good coaching. We just didn't have.
I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. When you look at the Ravens defense in preseason versus ours, you could kind of tell guys just are coached different and the heart is just different. The Ravens was rallying to the ball. They was hitting. They was angry. They was out there trying to make a play. Our safeties just kind of just sit back and just maintain this last line of defense mindset, even when they know it's a run. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that I notice. Like if when the ball is snapped and you see the offensive line take a step forward, then you know that it's a run. Come down and shoot a gap and hit somebody. We just be chilling, just waiting for the guy to come to us, give up a first down. Then we get up, smack our gloves. No, bro, you got to be hungry. Rally to the ball, man. Everybody should be running to the man with the ball. We don't be doing that. We don't rally to the ball.
And that's
you know
what
I mean. We don't.
NGO mindset right now.
Do that this year either.
You tackle.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. This is why you gotta play a guy like Trotter Jr. because it's second nature to him.
Yeah.
These things don't have to be taught to him. It's like in his brain already, based upon what I've seen against the Ravens. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
We're up to an hour and a half. You ready to get to these predictions?
Yeah, everybody get in prediction right now. Let's go. Give us your score prediction. Now I want a stat line for Hurts and Saquon.
For what?
For Jalen Hurts, for sure. Jalen Hurts is going to break the rookie. He's going to break the single season passing yards record this year, put up by Carson Wentz. Jalen Hurts is going to throw for probably about 4,200 yards this year.
Woo.
I don't got him being a 30 touchdown guy because that's not his game. But the yardage is going to be there. So I got Jalen Hurts throwing for like 41-75, 27 touchdown passes, and hovering around 10 rushing touchdown passes, a couple tush pushes just to keep it interesting, just to keep the league on their toes. Saquon Barkley is my dark horse.
Don't get his rushing yards. How many rushing yards do you think it's going to be?
Rushing yards for Jalen?
Yeah.
I think Jalen will have 530 rushing yards this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll have a down year for the rushing yards simply because he's going to be throwing for more yards. I think Saquon Barkley is my dark horse MVP, man. I got Saquon rushing for 1,100 yards and catching about 650. I got him getting 650 receiving yards, but I got Saquon Barkley probably having around like 15 touchdowns. You know, I mean, I think Saquon Barkley is going to really get into the end zone this year. So those are my numbers for those guys.
Nice. And a way too early record prediction.
Yeah.
13. I got us getting 13 wins this year. I got us locking up the number 1 seed, possibly 14 wins.
Nice. I love it.
So yeah, I definitely got us getting the number 1 seed this year.
Okay. Hey, I got Hurts just shot under 4,000 yards, man, because I really think that Barkley, if he's going to be that, that working horse that we want him to be, he's definitely going to rush for over 1,300 yards. Shoot, Miles Sanders in his, the Super Bowl 1 year, he had 1,295 rushing yards with 13 touchdowns. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Barkley could definitely.
Damn, Miles had 1,295?
Yeah. He
was the last year he was with us?
Yeah, the Super Bowl year. Yeah, he was almost at 1,300 yards, either 1,200 yards, but he was definitely over 1,100 yards. And then Hurts took away some of those rushing yards from him. So, right. Yeah, I definitely have Hurts just shot under 4,000 yards, but breaking the 40 touchdown mark, because I really feel like with the Wilson and Goddard being healthy and Barkley in the red zone. So, you know what I mean? Like from the 20 in, I think it's just going to be some screens that we haven't seen before. And we saw today, open practice, that Goddard is back with the screens. So I really think that a lot of his passing yards are going to be within the 20 and really not within the 20 to 20, but within the red zone, like just short passing, wheel routes, screens. So that's how he going to fall short under the 4,000 yards. But definitely 40 TDs, total. I'm not going to say passing or rushing, but definitely 40 TDs. And then Barkley, to me, man, is easy. 1,300 rushing yards, total 17 touchdowns, and about 500 yards receiving. So a total about 18, 19 yards.
That's the MVP numbers right there.
That's my offensive MVP because Christian McCaffrey, we saw his numbers was almost at 17, 18, total, and he still didn't win the MVP because it's a quarterback league. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to go over 2,000 yards to almost win the MVP. You know what I mean? So that's the thing.
I got Hurts over 4,000 yards, and I got him over 1,000 yards rushing. Oh. I just think, dude, He's been out seasons. He's had 2 back-to-back, basically 800 yards, seasons. Not really trying to rush the ball. And I don't think he has to try this year. I think Barkley brings another weapon on the offense. You got to respect. Linebackers got to follow. It's going to leave him a lot more open holes. He's going to be doing like he did that year, 2022, when he had like close to 800 yards rushing, but it was just all pretty much open. I'm going to take this 15. I'm going to take this 20. I'm going to take this 50. And that stuff adds out throughout the whole year. And if he can stay healthy the whole year, that's going to help his overall total go up to the 1,000 yards rushing. And then I got him going, 40 touchdowns. I think he gets 10 on the ground and 30 in the air with the 4,000 yards passing. So, and Barkley.
Do you know how hard it is for a quarterback at 1,000 yards rushing, bro? That shit is hard, man.
It is.
Lamar Jackson did it his MVP year, though. Lamar Jackson did it his MVP year.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson is like, the league has never seen nobody like that.
Michael Vick, come on now, my guy.
Michael Vick ain't like Lamar. Vick is him. Vick ain't never rushed for 1,000.
Huh?
Vick ain't never rushed for no 1,000.
They got more games now.
Dog, Vick ain't never rushed for no 1,000.
More games now, my guy. Records are meant to be broken with more games.
All right, we'll see.
Hey, I'm not hating on Lamar either. He's the MVP last year. You gotta give him his love. I'm just saying it is hard, but it's gonna be easy for Jalen.
I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna rush for 1,000 because Jalen enjoys being the passer. Jalen actually got a good arm.
He does.
No, he does. But I'm saying even that year, he was like the back-to-back years 800. He wasn't trying to rush the ball. Those weren't really. Like Lamar Jackson got plays where he got 2 fullbacks in front of him. They're telling you straight up he's about to run this football. You know what I'm saying? Like he got set up plays for him to run the football. A lot of Jalen stuff's just off like pass plays where it's not there. He's just gonna take off. That's for a couple of those years, that's how it's been for him. It's not like he's exactly the focal point. Like RPOs where it's like, yeah, he could give, to give or take if you want to take the running back or not. But with Saquon, you're probably gonna want to take Saquon because if you don't take Saquon, it's gonna be a wrap. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that whole dynamic, no matter what you say about the 1,000 yards Booby gave us, the 1,000 yards that Swift gave us, neither one of those two are Saquon and Barkley. Period. They're not even the same. Booby was his backup in college. This guy's on a whole nother level, these running backs. So he's going to bring a whole nother level of attention, which is going to leave it a lot open for my boy Jalen Hurts to get that easy yards, man.
I like it.
And then Eagles definitely for 17-0 to prove otherwise, but 14-3 is my way too early prediction. I think we lose 3 games. I can't tell you what 3 games they are, but it's possible. It's possible. 17-0 to prove otherwise until.
And 13-4, man. 13-4. I feel like we're gonna split one with Dallas in our division, regardless, and a couple.
No, they getting swept this year.
They getting swept this year. This is the year Dallas.
They getting swept this year.
Would you like Dallas here to sweep the division?
Because we get that second game in Dallas. We ain't had that in a very long time.
Nah, that's not the game in Philly.
Right. You're right.
Yeah,
the second game in Philly. We ain't had that in a long time.
Nope, not since Carson Wentz beat them the 2019. You know what I mean, with some bum ass wide receivers. That's
right.
What we won the division.
Hey, thank you again, LB, for giving me your time. We just took a lot.
No, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
We're gonna get loose on here. I don't be looking at the clock like that. You know what I'm saying? I just like talking to both you boys. But hey, anything you got coming up or any last words you want to get these Eagle fans?
No, tomorrow you could catch me, Simone, and Tone. You know what I mean? We starting our weekly show, gearing up for the season. It's gonna be popping off every Wednesday. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. Just doing my thing. No, we ain't got no name yet. We don't got no name yet. The streets just keep saying y'all need to do it again. We ain't got no name. You know what I mean? We don't need no name.
Trifecta, man. The trifecta.
The streets of Philly. Oh, y'all.
We don't need no name. We just gonna keep
no
cooking.
Names. The No Name Podcast.
Right, we're just gonna keep cooking. But yeah, that's it with me, man. That's all I got going on for right now.
Definitely gonna be tuned in to that for sure. Any new merch coming out?
Well, I do got the Hurt Season version 2 hats. They came out last week.
There you go.
You know what I mean? On the print hems right now, they going crazy. Very limited. Still some left, not a lot left. I got some more music coming out. Just the regular stuff, same stuff.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Twiz wants you to unblock him, LB. Twiz
You blocked, bro? Damn, bro, what you do? What you was talking about?
It's with me. He like one of my boys, but he's at every show, but he be saying some wild stuff about me.
Yeah,
I don't know what you was talking about, man. I mean, I don't know.
You know, like
keep your notifications on.
I'm saying I be coming off with him. But guess what?
Right, but
he represented the King and Cap Howie shirt on this logo, so I give him much love. Salute to you, my God. But yeah,
right,
man.
but keep your notifications on, man. That way, make sure y'all subscribe. That way, y'all won't miss the show when they go live, man. I don't know what time. I don't even know what time we're gonna do it, but I'm gonna be there. I think it might be like 4:00 Eastern.
4 o'clock?
Yeah, I could be wrong.
I'm tuning in that for sure, man. That's a tight show. That's a good lineup over there, my guy. But hey, man, hey, glad to have you on the show, man. You know, look to work with you this upcoming season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Enjoy the rest of your night, my guys. Any last words?
All right, y'all.
Nah, man. Hey, look. Hey, just be patient. That's all I'm preaching. Hey, we are Eagle fans. No matter how we start, is how we finish. Just be patient. That's it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Fly, Eagles fly. Till next time, this BG. That's JC, and that's the GO LB in the building. I'll let your boy. We out.
All right. Appreciate it.
Going on, everybody, man. And welcome to the very, 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 very